Namaskar. Welcome to the example number 16 for the event Professional Prospects. In this example, we are going to study the birth chart of a male who has been working in abroad on contract basis. He moved to Oman, the Middle East country, in 2014 and joined a company. And from there, he has been working there without any issue till 2022. In 2022 May month, he contacted me stating that his contract is coming to an end in 2022 July. He wanted to know whether the contract will be further extended for 1 year or he has to come back homeland. I predicted that he will stay there and his contract will be extended. So actually, that also happened. His contract got extended till May, July 2023, June or July 2023. Then again in the month of May 2023, contacted that his contract is going to get in 2023 middle, and whether he will get further extension, or he has to come back homeland. Then again, I predicted that no, his contract will be extended. He will be there in abroad only for another. That after 2023, that job will be extended. So now that job is also extended for another 2 years. So till 2025 middle. So it means what? Without any loss of job from 2014, he has been there in abroad. But every time, periodically, he is having the confusion or anxiety whether the contract will be extended. There is no permanent job. So contract basics only he is working, and periodically he has been that contract has been extended without any loss of job. So now what we have to check in his birth chart, how the destiny is supportive for such a job on contract basis. Contract basis means what? Without any stable work, and there will be some sort of fear whether the contract will be extended or not. It means apart from the favorable houses, 5th house, 8th house, and 12th house, and 3, 5, 8, 9, 12 houses will be playing. It means 3, 5, 9 houses, 3, 3rd house, 9th house, 12th house are good houses for the native to work abroad. But along with that, 5th house and 8th house are also joining hands. It is indicating some sort of instability. Without 6, 10, 11 grouping, with 5 and 8 are connected, it is not talking about any permanent job. It is talking about the instability, or we can say contract basis. But even they are having some unfavorable houses, but they are not further supported by other unfavorable houses, but further supported by favorable houses. In the running period, it will support for the native to work without any loss of job, but under contract. So contract will be extended. I think you are able to understand. So let us check. In 2014, he moved to Oman to join the job. Whether that period is supportive for travel abroad for the job, we have to check. Then when he contacted in 2022 May, then whether that after that in June, July, then when the contract is getting ended, whether it is how it is supportive for the native to retain there in the same company without any change of job, that contract has been extended 2022 to 2023, then 2023 to 25. So let us check in this example now. Example 16, timing of event, contract job in abroad. This is the birth chart of that male native, born on 17th July 1973, 2:05 p.m. in Uttar Pradesh. Now let us have a general discussion on the birth chart. Let me open that North Indian chart. And let us do the general study now. The native is born in Libra Lagna. The native is Libra Lagna born. And 12th cusp and Libra, that is the 12th cusp also falling in the Libra sign. So Lagna and 12 both are in the Libra sign. And so because of that, there will be cuspal interception. So the 10th cusp, because of that, 10th cusp is falling in the 11th sign to the Libra. So 10th cusp is falling in the sign of Leo. So 10th Lord is Sun, and 10th cuspal star Lord is Ketu, and sublord also Ketu. It means what? It is in the starting degrees of the Leo that the 10th cusp is falling. So now let us check the 10th Lord. 10th Lord is Sun. Sun is posted in the 9th house as per the degree. In the watery sign, in the sign of Moon, Cancer, and conjoined with the Mercury, that is 11th Lord and 9th Lord. Mercury is 9th Lord and 11th Lord, and also conjoined with Venus, Lagna Lord, 8th Lord, and 12th Lord. So 10th Lord, Sun is occupying 9th house, conjoined with the 9th Lord and 11th Lord, and also conjoined with the Lagna Lord and 12th Lord, and also 8th Lord. So 10th Lord in the watery sign, and that 10th Lord is connected to the 9th house, 12th house, 11th house, Lagna, and also 8th house. These are all supportive for the profession in abroad. In general, the 10th Lord is connected to the 9 and 12 and 11 and 1 houses, right? And also that 10th Lord Sun is in the sign of Moon and aspected by Moon also. Moon is occupying the 3rd house, and also Jupiter also aspecting to the Sun. Jupiter is 3rd Lord and 5th Lord. So the 10th Lord Sun is connected to 9, 12, 11, 1, 8 and also 3rd house. So these are all supportive for the profession in abroad. This is in general study. By way of extended signification, that intensity of this signification we can find. So by general study, we could see that the 10th Lord is supportive for the profession in abroad, right? Now let us check the self-significations, and let us check the strength and weakness. Based on that, let us give some, colors to the planets for our easy identification while studying the destiny and also dasa periods. Now let us examine the self-signification of all planets. Let me go to that EPS page. Here on the EPS page, let me open the self-significator and let me open the planet colors. Let us start from Ketu. Ketu occupying 8th house, 6, 10 star lord and 10th cuspal sublord. 6, 10, 10 are good. 8th occupant, it indicates some obstacles, right? So the Ketu is favorable and it is indicating some obstacles, but otherwise there is, good key planet 6, 10 and 10. So because of the obstacles, we can give Ketu either light green or blue. Right, so the second planet is Mercury, 9, 11, 9, 2, 4, and 12. These significations are favorable for job prospects in abroad. 9th Lord, though 9th house is coming under the unfavorable D3 because it is, I have chosen only profession, all jobs. I have not chosen as profession in abroad. If it was chosen in abroad, then 9th house would have been coming under the supportive, favorable side. But even then, grouping of the houses only will make whether it is unfavorable or favorable. Anyway, Ketu is there in the occupying 8th house and 6, 10 and 10. So because only 8th house, let us give light green. And Venus, Lagna Lord, 8th Lord, 12th Lord occupying 9th house, 1, 6 and 9th cuspal sublord. These are also favorable houses to the professional prospects, though it is 9,169, they are all supportive for the job in abroad. But 8 and 12th lord is also fine, 12 and 9, Lagna also fine. But because of the 8 and 12 grouping, it is indicating some obstacles. So Venus, we can give blue. So blue means it is also favorable along with some obstacles strongly present, some weakness. And Sun planet, 9th, 10th lord occupy 9th house, 3, 7, 11 cuspal star lord and 7th cuspal sublord. This is good. Sun we can give green color, light green. Moon planet, third occupant and third cuspal sublord also. This is favorable. So let us give green, right? Let us give a light green because it is favorable only. There is no houses of 6th house, 10th house. So because of that, we can give light green also. But he is working under contact. So third house is also important house. So we can give either light green or dark green according to your convenience. You can give it. And Mars, 2, 6, 7 occupying 5th house. This is good only. 2, 6, 7 occupying 5th house. But 4, 8, 12 cuspal star lord, this grouping is indicating some weakness. 5, 4, 8, 12. This is indicating instability. So Mars we can give pink shade because it is having both favorable and unfavorable grouping. Rahu occupying 2nd house and 5th cuspal sublord. 5 is, no, it is not completely unfavorable, but being the 5th sublord and no other 11th house are present, it is indicating some weakness. But second planet is good. 3, 5, 3, 1, 5, 9, 2, 8, 11. So these are all favorable houses. So since Rahu is second occupant and 5th cuspal sublord, so we can make it blue color being the 5th cuspal sublord only. It is not 5th star lord or 5th lord. It is the 5th cuspal sublord. So second planet also having some weakness, 8th sublord. So we can, give that blue colors. Blue also fine only. It is indicating some weakness are there. Jupiter, 3rd lord, 5th lord, 3rd occupant, and 159 star lord, 2, 8, 11 cuspal sublord. This grouping is favorable, 3, 5, 3. It is good for the contract. 159 supportive to the Lagna, though it is not supportive for the 2, 6, 10, but it is not unfavorable. And 2, 8, 11 cuspal sublord. All are favorable, only with some weakness are there, so that we can give blue, right? Saturn, 4th lord occupying 8th house. 4 is fine because it is 4 is in general favorable to the Lagna for the professional prospect. Occupying 8th house, it is indicating weakness. So some obstacles are there. Let us give blue. And Mercury. Mercury is 9th lord, 11th lord occupying 9th house is fine. Second star lord is fine. And 4 and 12 cuspal sublord also fine because for 9th lord, 11th lord moving towards this 12th sublord, it is fine for the type of profession he is working in abroad. 9 and 11 and 9 is good only. Second, 4 and 12 and Ketu also favorable. So Mercury we can give light green. You can see except the Mars, because 5, 4, 8 and 12, and except the Venus also 8 and 12, 9, only these two planets are having some mixed significance, both favorable here on the higher side. This is having some weakness strongly, but favorable also 1 and 6 is there. So I have given blue. Rahu also you can see when compared to Venus, Rahu is having 2 and 5. It is not bad because Venus is light blue because of the 8 and 12. But Rahu and Jupiter and Saturn are not having the 8th house, 12th house grouping. So I feel that Venus also we can give how to differentiate from Venus and Rahu because this is also blue and Rahu, Jupiter also blue. Here Rahu, Jupiter we are given blue color, though it is not having 8 and 12 grouping. If we give green, then it will be difficult to differentiate from the other planets. So otherwise, what we have to do, we have to give Rahu also light green, Jupiter also light green. So what I feel, instead of that, let it be blue only. But Venus only we can make it it is favorable, but with 8 and 12 is there, we can give light blue. to differentiate that. Instead of blue, we can give light blue. It means favorable are there, some more unfavorable obstacles are indicated. So I think the purpose of explaining this one, so how far you are studying each planet self-signification and how to differentiate each planet self-signification strength is important. So according to your convenient understanding, you can give the colors. 8 and 12 house grouping are there, so we can give blue or light blue. Or then 8 and 12 along with that unfavorable grouping is present, we can give pink shade. So that according to that you can give it. So more and more experience, you will give the colors, and also when you give the colors, you should be able to identify what color it is given for what purpose, right? Anyway, so now we have selected the colors. Let me save the colors, and let us go to the home page and check the destiny and the sub periods. Now we have come to the home page, and now let us check the destiny and also the dasa periods. Let me keep open the self-significators and also birth chart. 10th Lord is Sun, and 10th cuspal sub-Lord is Ketu. So Sun and Ketu we have to study. 10th Lord is Sun. Yes. 10th Lord Sun is green planet, and the star level is blue color. Blue means all are favorable with some weakness, but 3, 5, 3, 1, 5, 9, 2, 8, 11 all are good only. 2 level is moon is good, and sub-level planet is got a mixed one. So it is indicating some weakness. Obstacles are present, and but that planet which is having both favorable and unfavorable, that is in the star of a favorable key planet. So that way, that overall that 10th Lord is supportive, and the star level and sub level is got some weakness, but star Lord or the sub Lord is supportive. If you look at that Sun is conjoined with the Mercury. Mercury is a green color planet. Sun is conjoined with the Mercury, so Sun is getting the support of the Mercury, and also Venus. Venus is a light blue shade which already given, because Sun, Mercury, Venus are conjoined. Venus is light blue, means it is having favorable with unfavorable 8 and 12 trouble living houses. It is obstacle causing houses to the Lagna. So that is also there. So that way it is under the influence of the unfavorable, Mars and also Venus. That Sun in the influence of the Mars and also Venus. Both the mixed key planets are influencing the 10th Lord Sun. Star Lord, it is blue. Because of that, you can see 10th Lord is having 93711 in the star of Jupiter. That Jupiter also aspecting to the Sun, and it is indicating 35315928811. This is supportive for contract. So this planet Jupiter is supportive for contract base, and the sublord is Mars is indicating some obstacles. But that is further supported by Mercury. It is favorable for the contract, right? So that way, that Mars also getting the support of the Jupiter, because Mars is in the sign of Jupiter. So Mars is getting the support of the Jupiter. That way, ruler links also present. So 10th Lord, it is supportive for contract base in abroad, and also there are some obstacles are indicated. Some hurdles are also present, but they are also being supported by the support planet. So this is supportive for job prospects in abroad on contract basis, because there is no 6, 10, 11 are strongly present, but 3, 5, 9, 11 grouping are strongly present, right? Along with that 8th house and 12th house. Now let us check the 10th sublord. 10th sublord planet is Ketu. Ketu is in the sign of Mercury. Ketu is fine. Mercury also fine for the job in abroad. Ketu is conjoined with the Saturn. That Saturn planet is 4 and 8. It is supportive for the job prospects, but with obstacles. And Ketu in the star of Rahu occupying second house and fifth cuspal sublord. Rahu represents Jupiter, favorable for the job prospects on contract basis. So this 2 and 5 is indicating some instability because 10th sublord in the star of Rahu, 2 and 5, it is indicating some sort of obstacles and not detrimental but supported by Jupiter for contract. So it is not supportive for a stability. So that is indicated where is Rahu present. Rahu is posted in the sign of Jupiter, and that Rahu also aspected by Saturn. So that Saturn is 4 and 8 significator, not very good or favorable for the for the stability, right? It is obstacle causing houses because it is occupying 8th house. And Rahu in the star of Venus, Venus is 1812969. So again that blue planet in the star of light blue, it is indicating again some obstacle causing houses along with the favorable. So the star level planet and 2A level planet are having some favorable grouping, but they are indicating some obstacles or instability for the 10th house matters. That is, we could see that Venus is conjoined with the Mercury and also Sun, that that is giving support to the Venus, and also Venus is aspecting to that Jupiter, Venus, Mercury, Sun are aspecting to the Jupiter. Indirectly, Rahu is getting the support of the Venus and Mercury. So what I'm saying that star level planet is supportive but not for a stability. 2 level also favorable, and this Venus is indicating some obstacle that Venus is passing ruler link and Mercury also passing ruler link, because Mercury is a good key planet, and that Mercury and Venus are conjoined and aspecting to Jupiter. That Jupiter is represented by Rahu. So they are all connected. Ketu also representing Mercury. So all these planets are connected to each other. So in that Ketu is good and Mercury is good, and of course that Jupiter second planet also, it is mixed one, supportive. So it means all the planets are having supportive significations with the 6 and 10 also there. And second planet, sorry, star lord 2, 3, 5, 3, 2, 11, 1, 1, 6, and 11, 9, 11, 2. All are supportive for job in abroad, but they are all indicating this 2, 3, 5, 9, 11 houses are supportive for contract basic job. No stability because 8,000, 12,000 are also joining hands, right? So it is indicating obstacles and hurdles in the progress, but they are supportive for job prospects in abroad on contract basis. So that way that Ketu is favorable for job prospects, but with obstacles and instability, but it is not indicating strongly, it is not supportive for any loss of job, right? Because all the unfavorable grouping also connected with the 11th house, 3, 5, 2, 11, and 1, 6, 11, all are favorable also present. So according to the period, that impact will vary. So Destiny Planet is supportive for job prospects on contract basis without a permanent. So these are all talking about 2, 3, 5, 9, 11 and 8 and 12 are supportive for a permanent job. Instead of that, 2, 6, 10, 11 grouping are strongly present. Without these grouping, does not mean that whenever 2, 3 are coming, it is 5 is coming, it is going to cause any, contract basis. No, if that supportive for type of profession also, but when it is, you can see there is no strong favorable grouping, only these supportive houses along with that 3, 5, 3, 1, 5, 9. This grouping is supportive for such contract along with Mercury also. I think you're able to understand now. So now let us check the Dasa periods, right? So I was telling that this native contacted me during the 2014. No, he contacted me in 2022. He stated that in July 2014, he left to Oman to join the company, right? So let us check in which period in 2014 he left. 2014 July, 2014 July, 2014 July. So Rahu Bugdi. It means Jupiter Dasa, Rahu Bugdi, and Mercury Antra. He left to Oman in Jupiter Dasa, Rahu Bugdi in Mercury Antra. So let us also have a discussion how far this period supported for the native to travel abroad to join his job in Oman. In the Jupiter Dasa, Rahu Bugdi in Mercury Antra, abroad he traveled to join the job, contract job. So let us check the Jupiter. Jupiter in the star of moon, all are favorable and also supportive for the, travel and on contract basis, right? So the favorable key planet is Jupiter is playing and also moon is playing. And now let us check that Bugdi Lord Rahu. Rahu represents Jupiter itself is fine. Let me keep open the birth chart also. Rahu in the sign of Jupiter, right? And in the star of Venus. Venus, if you look at the Venus signification, though it has been given light blue, it is not green, it is light blue because of this grouping. But look at this 1, 9, 1, 6, 9. They are all favorable for travel abroad for the job, despite some obstacles. So Rahu in the star of Venus is fine. And the 2-level planet Mercury is again favorable planet for abroad travel for job. And again sublord is Venus. Again the same thing is repeated. So in the Rahu Bugdi, the favorable key planet which are supportive for travel abroad for the job is Jupiter. Rahu itself is Karaga planet and representing Jupiter is fine. And Venus and Mercury. These are the favorable key planets under the Rahu Bugdi. In Jupiter also, we have got the Jupiter itself, and moon is present, and moon is conjoined with the Jupiter. And 2 planets are strongly present, and Jupiter is aspected by the Venus and Mercury. You can see Venus, Mercury, the favorable key planet, Venus and Mercury for travel abroad. It is influencing both the Jupiter and moon. So the planet which are influencing the Dasa Lord for abroad travel, Venus and Mercury, those Venus and Mercury are playing role in the Bugdi Lord along with the Dasa Lord itself. So this is supportive for the travel abroad for job prospects. If you study from top to down, source, effect, and sublord is also Venus is favorable. Now in this Bugdi, in Mercury Antra, he traveled abroad for job, right? In Saturn Antra, he did not travel because Saturn is not so good. Source is fine, but when we mixed one, but Mars also not so good. And Mercury, they are all fine, but they are not very strong. So in Mercury only he traveled abroad. Mercury itself is good. The favorable key planet of the Mercury, that Rahu, Bugdi Lord Mercury itself is playing. And in the star of Saturn, Saturn is getting some weakness. We have Saturn in the star of Mars. Mars is having again weakness with some supportive significations for the job prospects. Then we have to check this. How come that Saturn is strong enough? And sublord is again Mercury is favorable. So Mercury is strongly playing role. The Bugdi Lord's favorable key planet Mercury is strongly playing role. And Bugdi Lord's other favorable key planet Jupiter and Venus. Venus role is important. That Venus role is not directly present, but Venus is conjoined with the Mercury. And where is Jupiter? That Jupiter is influencing this Mercury, right? Jupiter is aspecting to the Mercury. So the role of Jupiter and the Venus, which are the favorable key planets of the Bugdi Lord, are influencing the Mercury. So now we have to see that in either way that any other planets are supporting to the star Lord planet Saturn. It has got some weakness. Check the Saturn supports. Saturn is conjoined with the Ketu. Ketu represents Mercury. So that means Ketu conjoined with the Saturn, and Saturn is the sign of Mercury itself. So that Saturn is getting the support of the Mercury. That second planet, that is, sorry, star-lord planet is getting the support from the Mercury itself. That is good. And it is also influenced by the Mars by aspect. The Mars is the 2A level planet. It is supportive along with obstacles. So obstacles are also there. But Saturn is getting the support of the Mercury, and Saturn is aspecting to Rahu. Rahu is the Buddhi Lord and representing Jupiter. So Jupiter is giving the support to the Saturn also. Jupiter is giving the support to the source planet. Jupiter supporting to the star lord planet. And again, the sublord is also Mercury. And so all the favorable key planets of the Buddhi Lord are playing role. Except the Mercury, all the remaining Jupiter and Venus are in the supports, right? But star level planet has got some weakness. That weakness is being reduced by the conjoined planet or Rasi, that support planet, Mercury and Jupiter. In that, Mercury itself is forming roller link that is adding strength in supports. So Venus role is not there straight away. Let us check, because Mercury in sub of same planet. Let us check the sub lord of the Mercury. If it is Jupiter or Venus, it is going to be very good, right? Let us check the sub lord of the Mercury. Sub lord of the Mercury. Mercury sub lord is Venus. Good. So that the favorable key planet of the Buddhi Lord, which we are saying that which is missing as a direct ruler in the Antra, that is playing role here, right? Mercury sub-lord itself is Jupiter. So that way it is good. So let me clear all these things. So sub-lord is Venus. Mercury is key planet, Venus is key planet, Mercury is conjoined with the Venus, so Venus is forming roller link. That's sub-lord, no? It is forming roller link to this Mercury, and sublord also getting the influence of the Mercury by way of roller link, and both are aspected by Jupiter, right? Jupiter is aspecting to the Venus and Mercury. And Saturn is in the sign of Mercury itself. So anyway, that Jupiter is connected, Venus is present, a sub-lord, and also supports. Mercury itself is playing. So all the favorable key planet supportive for travel abroad for the job, they are all playing role here, right? Only the thing is, when we check the star level planet, seems to be little weak, but that is being further supported by the ruler link planets and other favorable key planets, and also sub-lord Venus. So that way that the native traveled abroad in Jupiter Dasa, Rahu Buddhi Mercury Antra, the native traveled abroad for the job. So it is supportive for 9th house, 11th house, 12th house, 3rd house, and 6 and 10 and 2 also. Along with that, 3, 5, 9, 8, 12 grouping, they are supportive for instability or contract job, right? So now we have studied that a period when he traveled abroad, it is supportive, it is signifying also. Now let us check in which period he contacted me. He contacted me, I said that in 2022, May month, he contacted me. Let us check which period. Then he said that 2022, Saturn Dasa, Ketu Bugdi is getting over. After that, Venus Bugdi is going to run from 2022 May onwards, June onwards. His question was, he is getting that his contract is getting closed in 2022 May or June. So within that May, that Ketu Bugdi, his contract is getting over. No, he contacted me in May 2022. He's saying that His contract is getting over in July 2022. It means in Venus. In Saturn Mahadasa, Venus Bukti, Venus Antra, his contract is going to get over. He wanted to know whether he will get the extension of that contract or he has to come back homeland. So let us check in which period his contract is getting over as per his statement. Saturn Mahadasa, Venus Bukti and Venus Antra, right? Contract is getting over. So when we were talking about he was doing Jupiter Dasa, Rahu, Bukti, Venus Antra, he traveled abroad. After that, Saturn Dasa started. So in that he is running, he is doing that contract. So let us check how come the Saturn is favorable, and then which are the planets are supportive for Saturn to support for his contract. And let us check that Saturn signification. Favorable and unfavorable key planets of the Saturn. Let us check. Saturn is blue, and we already discussed Saturn is getting the support of the Mercury. And right now, because it is in the sign of Mercury. And as I was also telling that Saturn is in the sign of Mercury, right? So that way it is getting the support of the Mercury and also conjoined with the Ketu. Ketu also supportive. And Saturn in the star of Mars has got some weakness, but Mars is getting the support of the Jupiter because Mars is in the sign of Jupiter, and Mars is getting the support of the Rahu because Rahu and Mars are indirectly conjoined. So Rahu is connected to Mars. Rahu is representing that Jupiter itself. So Mars is getting the support of the Jupiter because in the sign of Jupiter, and also Mars is getting the support of the Rahu. And Mars is in the star of Mercury, favorable key planet, Venus, Mercury. So the favorable key planet, Venus, Mercury, Venus are all present for Saturn, right? And Saturn itself is getting this ruler link from the Mercury because Mercury is in sign of Mercury, only Saturn is present. And you can see I said that Mars and Saturn are aspecting each other. They are connected to each other. And now that star level planet has got some weakness, but star level planet is getting the support of the Jupiter. And star lord of the star lord is further supportive. One planet has got some weakness at one level. That level planet, star lord, if the star lord, if it is supportive, its unfavorable strength is reduced. And that Mars is getting the support planet, that Jupiter is there in supports of the Mars. And Saturn is aspecting to Ketu. Ketu represents Mercury. So that way, that is also supportive. So that star level planet Mars has got some weakness, but it is being supported by support planet and also its star level planet and also through the ruler's link. So that way, that Dasa Lord is supportive with some weakness because of that instability or contract job is indicated, right? So Saturn Dasa we have studied now. So in Saturn Dasa, which Bukti he said that he is going to get that contract is over Venus Bukti and Venus Antra. Let me close this one. So let us check that in Venus Bukti and how come the Venus Bukti and Venus Antra. Venus is a good key planet for travel abroad and also job in abroad with obstacles because of that light blue has been given. And Venus is in the star of Mercury. Mercury is favorable key planet, 2 level is Saturn, and sublord is Jupiter, and star lord of the sublord is Moon. Now the favorable key planet of the Dasa Lord is Mercury, Venus, and Jupiter, because Jupiter is there in supports. Already we discussed. Venus is there, Mercury is there, Jupiter. All the key planets which are all supporting to the Dasa Lord, they are all playing role. And let us check the level by study. Venus is conjoined with the Mercury because Venus and Mercury are conjoined. So they are forming ruler link, further supportive. And 2A level got some weakness that already discussed. Saturn also getting the support of the Mercury because Saturn is the sign of Mercury. Sublord is Jupiter. So Jupiter is favorable and supportive for job prospects. And that Jupiter and Mercury all are connected because Jupiter is both are aspecting each other. Jupiter and Mercury and Jupiter and Venus. So they are all connected to each other is good thing. So they are going to combinedly support to each other because they are all connected to each other. And look at that planet. Why the native got the mental stress, whether he will get the job is going to be extended, the contract will be extended, or he has to come back. The mental tension started because that the Venus is Lagna Lord and 1, 8, 12, 9, so it is having obstacles. So Lagna is involving in the star of Mercury. Mercury is supportive, but 1, 8, 12, it is getting the mental stress and he is getting the confusion or mental, what do you call anxiety, whether he is going to face any sort of obstacles or struggles in retaining the job. And sublord planet is supporting to this, but when why 8 and 12, 9, 9 and 12, and also 5, 9 all coming, then automatically can create some sort of scenario that it may not favorable for the job prospects. But if you look at all our green and blue planets only, there is no that pink shade or that Mars is not playing role directly, and star level is green, and favorable key planets all are playing role. So it is indicating some instability, but definitely during the Saturn Dasa, Venus Bukti, Venus is holding all the favorable key planets of the Dasa Lord, and also look at the grouping. Presence of key planets alone is not enough. We have to check their signification, top to down study also favorable. Right, so that star level is good, sub level also good, and also connected to each other, supportive for the job prospects. And despite some obstacle, it is supportive for the native to get the extension because star level Mercury and sub level Jupiter, they are all supportive. They are aspecting each other, and 3, 5, 3, 1, 5, 2, 11, and this 9, 1, 11, all are supportive for the native to be in abroad and have the job. You understand? It is not talking about the native will come back homeland. It is supportive for the native to be in abroad and continue the job. It is showing from the source, effect, and result. So that's what it is being said that in Venus, Bugdi Venus Antra in July 2022, during that period, he'll be running only this Venus, this contract will be extended. So we got the contract extended for another 1 year for 2023. Because of these obstacles, his contract is extended each and every year, right? So he is getting the tension whenever it is getting extended. In July 2023, that this year he contacted again. His contract is going to end during that July 2023. He contacted me in May month whether what do you call contract will be further extended or he has to come back. The same question he asked. Now, in that Venus Bukti, in which Antra that contract is going to get ended? 2023 July. Let us check which period is running during that 2023 July. 22, that is also Venus Bukti only is going to run till that July 2025. Till that period, Lagna will face a sort of mental tension and it will incline towards getting that answer, right? In Venus Bukti, Rahu Antra, July 2023. Rahu Antra only is now running. So in July 2023, that contract is getting over, whether it is going to get extended. That was the question asked in May. So look at that Rahu, whether Rahu is favorable for such changes or it is supportive for, renewal of the contract or it is not supportive, that we have to check. Rahu is fine, but it is having some weakness at the source level. And star level is Venus is fine for the job prospects in abroad despite some obstacle. Venus in the star of Mercury, again Venus and Mercury. So this Rahu is supportive for job prospects in abroad, and also despite some obstacles are indicated, it is supportive only. Right? You can see in the Venus Bugdi, which are the planets or favorable key planets for the native to be in abroad and also for the contract job. Obviously, Venus and Mercury, right? These and Jupiter. Venus, Mercury, and Jupiter. These are the strong three planets of the Bugdi Lord. So in that you can see Rahu representing Jupiter, and in the star of Venus, Mercury, and these three important planets are playing role in the Rahu also. And also look at the grouping 19169 and supportive for all these things are all favorable, right? So the role of Jupiter, because Jupiter is the sublord, supportive for a contract job, that role of Jupiter is there and the source planet by second planet. But if you look at the Jupiter, already discussed, Jupiter is aspecting to the Venus and Mercury. So that star level planet Venus and sub-level Venus and star lord of the star lord Mercury, they are all under the influence of the Mercury. Sorry, under the influence of the Jupiter, because Jupiter is aspecting them. So this Rahu is getting ruling from all the planets. So that way, no, it is all favorable for this earning in abroad. But because of this grouping, it is indicating some contract. So it was said that even in Saturn Dasa, Venus Bugdi, Rahu Antra, when his contract is getting over, but he will get the extension because that Jupiter also, it is supportive. Jupiter is supportive, and next is Jupiter is supportive. So obviously it is indicating that he is going to get the extension of the job during that period in Rahu. So he got the extension now for 2 years. 2025 May till that mean June itself, he will have the extension. So that way he got the extension of the job. I think you're able to understand the role of the favorable key planets, that Mercury, Rahu, Jupiter, and I'm favorable in the sense favorable with the contract. I mean, so for the contract job, Jupiter and Venus and Mercury. These are the three planets. They are all favorable for such signification. They are all playing role in the Sol Lord also, in the Bugdi Lord also, in Andhra Lord, whichever Antra he was running at the time of renewal, they are all playing. You can see most of the planets are under the influence of these planets, so that there will not be any problem. So that is the reason native has been there for long period in abroad, but working under contract. So I think you are able to understand how come the key planets are playing role, and how come these built connections are supportive in identifying the that whether that periods are supportive for the native to be in abroad on contract basis. So we will meet in the next video. Good luck.